Hello, everyone, and welcome to your online class for week 7. This week, we're going to look at the different types of childcare settings. We're also going to have a brief overview of developmental theory. Please remember when you finish the types of childcare settings, move on to the next PowerPoint presentation. And make sure that you watch all the videos in the Read, Watch, and Learn section and move on to participate. There are a variety of early childhood programs available in Canada for young children and families. They are designed not only to care for and educate children, but to support parents, families, and communities. This week, we will look at a variety of settings that are available to meet the individual needs of children and their families. In the past few weeks, we focused on the elements of quality care that are essential to the development, learning, and care of young children. Child care programs are operated by either nonprofit organizations or commercial or independent operators, or sometimes known as for profit. Nonprofit childcare programs are operated for the primary purpose of supporting the child and the family's needs, and they are run by a board of directors who ensure that the money is being invested in the children and the families. Childcare advocate Martha Friendly stresses that research shows quality of care in for-profit or commercial centers are lower than a nonprofit center, and she believes that it is due to dollars not being fully spent on the staff and the program. An example of this is when there's a high turnover of staff because the dollars that are coming in don't go into higher wages or benefits, which is really important in a career like as one of an early childhood educator. For-profit centers rely on parent fees to operate, and it is generally going to the owner of the center or the shareholders of the childcare center. Licensed childcare programs provide care to groups of children from infancy to school age. Some children are in childcare for a full day or part-time, and a full day sometimes starts at about 7 or 7:30 in the morning until 6 p.m., and it all depends on the needs of the community. Childcare centers are located in a variety of settings such as schools or workplaces. Licensed childcare centers are regulated by the Ministry of Education. They are licensed every year, which means that the center is inspected and must meet the minimum standards as outlined in the Child Care and Early Years Act. In the city of Toronto, there are over 900 licensed childcare centers and 19 licensed home childcare agencies. And the age groupings are usually from 0 to 18 months in an infant room, 18 to 2.5 years in a toddler room, 2.5 years to 5 in a preschool room, and there are also junior and kindergarten rooms, not very many anymore with the introduction of the full day kindergarten. A lab school is a childcare center program usually connected within a college or university that is connected to an early childhood education program. They are a non-profit organization, and their purpose is to help early childhood education students as well as the community have a better understanding of what the role of an early childhood educator is and what best practice looks like. The philosophy and curriculum approach is individualized, meaning each center, each college will have their own philosophy, and that is how the early childhood educators are guided in their practice. They are regulated by the Ministry of Education and are inspected and need to meet the standards of the Child Care and Early Years Act as well. Licensed home child care programs provide care to young children in the homes of child care providers. The Ministry of Education issues licenses to private home daycare agencies. Licensed agencies are then able to contract home caregivers to operate. A licensed home childcare provider can care for a maximum of 6 children under the age of 13, and within this ratio, licensed home childcare providers must count their own children under the age of 6. The care is provided for either a full day or part time. It depends on the need of the parents. There are many different philosophies and curriculum approaches depending on the caregiver who is running the home childcare. Family resource programs or Ontario Early Years programs are programs for children up to the age of 6 years, from infancy to 6 years, and their parents and caregivers are able to take part in the programs and activities together. So the parents and the families are welcome in the program. It is not a center where you leave your child. You attend you come to the center and attend the different programs with the child. It is a non-profit child care center. Um, the many different programs are early learning and literacy programs for parents and children. There are also programs to help parents and caregivers get information about child development. The program is free. It offers information about pregnancy and parenting, and they also help families learn about other programs within their community. Full Day Kindergarten, or FDK, is a provincial education program that provides 4 and 5-year-olds with a full day of learning in school. They learn in a play-based program in school that has a kindergarten teacher and a registered early childhood educator working together to help meet the needs of the children. The goal of FDK is to help children have that seamless transition into the school system, into grade 1, to help them prepare for their future learning in grade 1. FDK was introduced slowly in 2010, and as of 2015, almost all the children age 4 to 5 are already in full day programs. There is no cost for the hours of kindergarten program because it is funded by the provincial government. But parents who are requiring before and after school care will have to cover the cost of care for their child. Some schools will provide before and after care for their children so that the children don't have to leave school. There is sometimes a child care center within the school.